big, huge trade happened. Of course, we had already filmed.
Yeah, it was Friday afternoon, right?
Trey Lance to the freaking Cowboys.
Wild.
Here's what they got in return, though. And Joe and I were trying to figure out why this would happen, and we're kind of on different stances here. The 49ers, remember, they traded up for Trey Lance to take him 3rd overall, and they just got a 4th-round pick for him. That's it, from the Cowboys.
Is he stinky now? Like, what happened?
He never got a chance, truly. Like, he was injured. You brought him. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know what?
He's like,
he's looking at me. Go ahead.
He never earned a chance, to be fair. Like he's never. The point is well taken that he hadn't really seen the field. He hadn't had meaningful play time. But they drafted Brock Purdy after him, and he saw playing time. And then they traded for Sam Darnold after having Trey Lance. So to me, that's not saying he never earned the opportunity to play. It means they needed to go get other people.
Because he wasn't good enough? Or
I don't disagree with you. It wasn't working. Straight up, Kyle Shanahan came out and said, like, look, he didn't want to be here. We just couldn't get on the same page. It wasn't working for us. That's why they let him go, which is why I told you maybe that's why they were more than willing to take up just a 4th-round pick for him. Because if you trade up for a quarterback, you're normally looking for a little bit more in a deal if you're going to trade him.
Yeah.
Especially with the money and stuff. But
did he have some like flashes where he was good like that, right? Like he played, how many games did he play?
Not a lot.
No, 2,
he got
3,
injured.
5,
it might have been 4, around 4.
What happened? Jimmy G got hurt, right? Then Trey Lance was the guy for a couple weeks, and then he got hurt.
He to be fair to your point, yes, he's had a pretty injury-plagued career so far.
But I mean that goes into being a good quarterback, right?
No doubt.
Yeah. So again, they're just working. So one of the things that I always think about with the Red Sox, why they traded me, I don't know. I think they were so advanced in their medical history, like all my medical history, all the things that they could see into the future and be like, Anthony's going to have injuries. He's not going to be effective in the future. And so let's sell high right now. And maybe that's what I'm saying is maybe the 49ers know some shit on the back end that none of us know about, that they're going to be like, he's going to break down in 2 or 3 years again. He's going to have another major injury. Might as well recoup something right now while there's some speculative value to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is a business. This whole thing is a business. So Trey Lance hears Sam Darnold's QB2. I think they said it was like 90 minutes before he went to John Lynch and was like, hey, I want to be traded. So he requested a trade, and good on the 49ers for coming through and, they realized it wasn't working. So now he's in Dallas. That being said, the drama moves to Dallas because was that a move to pressure Dak Prescott?
I think it is.
Because there's a lot of murky waters around Dak after last year, and people aren't sold on him, but some people are. That might be a move to kind of pressure him a little bit.
I went to eat with Jared Mitchell, and he's on the Mic'd Up show. I'm sure they're going to talk about that tonight. They do their show here at our shop, but I sat down and was like, what was that about? And they were like putting pressure on Dak. 100%. It was like, yo. And then so Jared Mitchell's girlfriend also has a podcast where she covers the Steelers. So she's big in the NFL. She knows she started breaking down his contract over the next couple of years, like Trey Lance, and like how it was affordable for the Cowboys. And basically like he could be the guy next year based on his like, I don't know, all the escalators and stuff. So it was like pressure on Dak to be like, yo, you perform this year, otherwise you're out. We can move you. And we got somebody ready to step up. I don't know. So
Jerry Jones, like, obviously he won't come out and say that. He said it wasn't that. Like, it wasn't. It was just a business move, whatever. But Dak's contract is up after 2024.
Maybe that's what it was. That's
Are
what
they now? They have enough.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're not going to extend you if you're not the guy. If you can't get us past one win in the playoffs. Right.
And they bring in Trey Lance. You wouldn't do that with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was good when he needed to be, but that's not a guy that's going to replace Dak Prescott. So that pressure was not in the quarterback room. Now you're bringing in a young guy who's looking to really get his career off to a kickstart because it just hasn't happened yet. He's got a lot of talent if he can stay healthy. So yes, there is pressure on Dak. I know Dak came out and said, I didn't expect it, but it's tough, but it is what it is kind of thing. It's a business. I get that. But he said he felt bad for Will Grier. Yeah. So Will Grier was QB3 before Trey Lance got brought in. He went off in his preseason game yesterday. He threw for, listen to these stats because when I read them, I didn't think they were real. He threw for 305 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then rushed for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. So those are some killer stats. Obviously, he'll probably be cut because you have Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, and now Trey Lance. But good for him for being able to show off what he can do in that game, and hopefully another team picks him up.
Yeah, and I was snapping for the Cowboys. I think that's as we say, it's a business, right? But kudos to them for giving him the
Allowing
showcase.
Him. Yeah.
Now a team can see what he can do over the course of a full game, and see where he fits in their system. Again, I don't know X's and O's of football, but I know business is a sport, and I'm sure
somebody
that
needs
kind
a
of
backup
depth,
quarterback
exactly.
like that.
That kind of depth is valuable. So
Dallas might.
What's that?
I said Dallas might.
Yeah, they might be.
You are not
that, yeah.
high on Trey Lance at all, huh?
Well, I'm just looking at Dallas' situation. I mean, so Dak's got to re-sign next season?
After
With the way that quarterbacks are signing these days, like we just saw Jalen Hurts, just saw Lamar Jackson.
He's not going to get what he wants.
He's going to want way more money than they're going to be willing to give him, because they also have to. Micah Parsons he's going to have to get paid. CeeDee Lamb's going to have to get paid. Like they have guys that are still on rookie deals that are some of the best in the league at their position. Like they're not going to have the money to go around, and so I don't think Dak's going to be there long term.
Wow, I love it.
Well, the Cowboys swung a deal for sure.
Yep.
Leave it up to Jerry Jones.